Alright, welcome back to another summoning session with Dr. Squirrel, and today we're going to summon for CHOUX? Choux maybe? Is it some like French thing? I have no idea. We'll just call her Choux. For F2P players, honestly, I think this is a skip. She seems okay. Her S2 has defense penetration, which is always really good, and I'm assuming you'll build her exactly like Alencia because she has health scaling. Health scaling is really always solid because you can make them really tanky and they still do a lot of damage. So I'm actually quite curious about how she performs. She may actually turn out to be really good, but if you already have something like Alencia, I don't know. I don't think this is a must-have hero, but I could be completely wrong. As for her artifact, I think it's ass. I could be wrong about that. I'm assuming usually only one of the things goes up, so I'm assuming the combat readiness goes up and the effect resistance is a hard 20. But I don't think she has any effect resistance awakenings, and her imprint is only effect resist for other people, so I would say, like, maybe Dark Corvus this would be okay on, but, you know, Durandal exists, and it doesn't have the limitation of being a non-critical hit. So this thing really synergizes with people who have crit hit resistance, but I feel like Durandal is just so much more reliable. It's like, do you want to give up the CR push on crits for only 20 effect resist? I don't know. So I don't really care about this artifact very much. But as you guys know, I pull on all RGB heroes regardless of whether I actually care about them or not. And depending on how she does in RTA, I may actually build her because I do like the defense penetration on her S2. It kind of just comes down to how much damage it does. So let's just get started. Hopefully I don't have to pity it because I hate pitying things that I don't even really want that much. But we'll do it if we have to. At least we'll get some, you know, gold transmit stone. Yes! How am I always so lucky on these heroes I don't want, but I always have to pity the things I do want. Alright, so there we go. 2 summons, we get Mrs. Choux. Her art actually bothers me. Is she a dragon? She has, like, the tail thing over here. She looks really creepy. And, I don't know, like, if I slept and this thing popped up in my dreams, I'd crap myself. Looks pretty horrifying. Oh god, this picture is the exact same. Let's go over abilities real quick because this is going to be a super fast video. Help me cream. Okay. Freezes all enemies before attacking with cream. That sounds gross. Increases crit hit resistance, so same as DN. Gives herself immunity. And damage dealt increases proportional to max health, so a lot like Alencia. Although I think Alencia's is much better. I think defense buff is way more reliable than crit hit resistance buff. Although depending on the other team's critical hit damage, if you block the critical hit, it actually is probably more damage mitigation. And the self-immunity is nice on this. I think this is her main damage move, and if she has 5 focus, it penetrates 50% defense. I think the cool thing is it resets the cooldown of Foosh, kind of like Foosh. It's a hard word to say. Kind of like Violet's S3, I guess. And again, damage increases proportional to max health. And this thing, I like S1s with CR push because it basically is free speed, so she's probably going to turn cycle pretty fast. But I'm assuming if this is anything like Alencia's, it'll hit like a wet noodle. Like, at least Alencia has the mind's eye into the trample. This thing, I'm assuming, will just kind of tickle people. And is kind of just meant to cycle turns until she can whoosh them again. This does only have a 3-turn cooldown, so it seems like she can use it pretty often. We'll see what her multipliers are. So that's it. I don't care about this crappy artifact, so I'm not going to do any more pulls. I do want to note one thing, though. Mystic Summons, Dark Corvus. Am I going to pull for Dark Corvus? Hell yeah. I might even... Hopefully I don't have to whale. I haven't bought a Mystic pack in I think like 6+ months, because I think I got some for myself around Christmas times as like a self-present. But, yeah, I mean, and I'm not lying about that, because if you guys follow me, you know I missed basically 5 of the 6 new ML5s. I don't have Athletica, ML Tywin, Remnant Violet, or Berseria. But yeah, Rowana is really solid in the meta right now. She's mainly just there to stop SSB auto teams. Alexa's Basket. I hope I get a bunch of these. Mine's only plus 18, and Alexa's Basket makes Arbiter a real pain in the ass. And DC himself is a terrorist. The one problem with Dark Corvus is if you are going to run a Dark Corvus offense, it is slow. Some people run him with Isseria to try and speed him up a little, but even with that, it's a pretty slow offense. But the great thing about DC is it's essentially a guaranteed offense. There is no good defense you can build against a slow-ass Dark Corvus one-shot team. And in RTA, I'm not ashamed to admit that I have been beaten by people using Dark Corvus. One match in particular, I had 4 people 4v1 against someone's Dark Corvus, pretty much everyone at above 80% life. But I think 2 of them were Soul Weavers, and all they did was reset his S3 over and over, and I got 1v4'd. I got 1v4'd, and the guy was Raz laughing at me the whole time, and, you know, I wasn't even mad about it. It was very impressive. I'm kidding. I was a little mad about it, only because he was laughing at me, but you reverse our roles, I probably would have been laughing too. So stay tuned. I will be pulling for Dark Corvus, but I'm going to wait for next week because I really want Alexa's Basket, and I don't need anything from... I hate Violet. If I had Remnant Violet, I would. And this artifact sucks. It's very trolly and memey if it procs, but at max limit break, it's 20%. Completely unreliable. So anyways, that's my super short summoning video. It took me 2 pulls. So good luck on your own shoe pulls. My best recommendation is if you are F2P and short on bookmarks, skip, but feel free to check what other YouTubers are saying about her. And if you really like her art, I don't see why she's horrifying, but if you do, go ahead and get her. Thanks for watching. Till next time, guys. Peace out.